primary postures. I know our most newest students aren't really here. However, we're not without newer folks. So, what I want you to do and think, what are the 4 main postures? Who knew? You have one of them? What's your four openings? Do you know one of your 4 openings? Yeah.
This one.
This one, okay, yes. Your upper openings are called ox. Good. And the posture that guards your upper opening, the primary one, is ox. Regardless of how you hold it, long edge is up and you're threatening the thrust. Do you know what your lower openings are called? Or what the primary posture that guards it is called? Because it's the same name. Plow. Correct. Right? Excellent. It's your thrusting platform from below. Okay. Now, above your openings, above your ox openings, if you just shift yourself with keeping your long edge pointed towards your opponent, right? As if you're going to go to the other side, because you can go ox this way, or this way, right? You can go into ox from the high guard either way, right? Now, if you go all the way down, that's your primary high guard. From above, from the day, as they say. The primary guard from below with your long edge down, your short edge facing your opponent. Foolishly below your low guard, the pop openings of plow is the fool. It's trying to tell you what's a common fool, right? They're a knucklehead. They're very below. Now what I want you to do in every one of these postures today is we're going to change the orientation a little bit. Because ox's primary posture is the ox thrusting guard. So this is ox with the point. Now if you bring that back and let it hang behind your shoulder or behind your back with the long edge prepared towards the opponent, right? Just along that line. So long edge forward, Zorn puts, right? Ox threatens the thrust. This threatens the cut. Now orient your flat in the ox opening towards your opponent, and you're in the bosom, right? Your point is up because you're still threatening to cut with the long edge, except for it is straight. Right? It is still in your ox opening because it's your high upper opening. You can do it from either side because it's a grip shift. If you lift it to your shoulder, long edge. It's in the bosom, flats towards. Let's just do the same thing with the high guard now. Right? So, primary ones with the edge. Long edge forward. Excellent. Flat forward. So your outside flat forward, you can tell by putting your thumb on the shield, if you will, the shield. That has a name. Does anyone know this one? Crown. The crown. If you were to strike with that, at that point where it breaks, you can give a high inside flat. Right? Interesting. Now if you're in the long edge, you bring that down. That sweeping window long point area is nothing other than a high guard, as Meyer says, with the points forward. Long edge is down. Put the long edge up. This is stroke speed. It's a thrust from above. Straight out line. So you give it the flat, you give it the edge, you give it the point. You can give it, so it's primary and secondary positions within your postures. Every single one of them. Think about sending cuts from your primary postures with different edges, all of them, different positions on the way there will pop out. Now, if we're in the ox opening, you have the long edge forward, you throw the zorn. Zing. Doesn't matter, either side, right? Zorn, long edge. If you present the point, you can thrust, long edge is up, which means you can do it, well, however you grip it. Right? So you threaten the thrust, or you threaten the cut. If you're in the ox opening, and you give your opponent the flat, now you're prepared to give the flat and displace while also attacking. It's a place to parry in your pose from very easily for your glutes. Yeah? Anyway, that's an ox position. I think the Italians called it the lady when they tried to interpret the stuff in the earlier era, as they learned it from the Germans. Was it Fiore di Austria learned it from the Germans? And for some reason, whatever this posture is, they called it the lady. And I can understand the lady is below the crown up here in the tower, right? Below these high things, these lofty things with crowns, are your common fools who are just hanging out below, outside the barriers, the barricades, and your iron gate. You need a key to get into my tower. I don't care if you have a crown, or you're some noble lady. She might be wrathful. Most ladies are wrathful, regardless of what side sinister you find them on. So it's a common fool that hangs out below their openings. It's also a plowman is always below and pointing at their oxen that they're pushing forward, right? It's not hard to understand these memory mnemonics, so I want you to think of these when we train later with the Meÿer posture drill. I just don't know if I'm on the screen. So, if I'm down low, I'm facing the short edge towards I'm foolishly below my openings, short edge towards my opponent. Long edge towards my opponent. Inside flat. Okay? So it goes for all the postures. So give them the point, give them the long edge, present the point from back here. Now the flats are out, right? Anyway, I just wanted to capture that last bit of that nonsense.